The Nikon Z7 III has emerged as one of the most talked about yet enigmatic cameras in the mirrorless world. Despite Nikon having already launched the Z6 III, photographers and enthusiasts alike have been eagerly waiting for a high-resolution companion to complete the lineup. The prolonged silence surrounding the Z7 III has naturally sparked questions. Why hasn't Nikon introduced the successor to the well-regarded Z7 II? And what can we realistically expect when it finally arrives? The answer lies in more than just timing or available technology. It also reflects Nikon's strategic attempts to refine its camera lineup amid a fiercely competitive mirrorless market. Could the Z7 III simply be a placeholder leading up to the Z8, or will it break new ground and justify its place in a market already packed with capable cameras? When it comes to design, Nikon's Z7 II set a standard that many photographers appreciated: compact yet ergonomic, easy to handle during long sessions, and solidly built. The Z7 III is rumored to follow a similar philosophy, maintaining a balance between tradition and refinement. Its magnesium alloy body is expected to remain weather-sealed and durable, which is especially appealing for landscape photographers and studio shooters who require a camera capable of withstanding tough conditions. Weight distribution and grip comfort, hallmarks of the Z7 and Z7 II, are likely to remain intact, ensuring photographers can comfortably work with the camera over extended periods. One area where the Z7 III could see a notable leap forward is in its electronic viewfinder EVF. Nikon has often trailed competitors like Sony and Canon in EVF performance, and many expect the Z7 III to close the gap. A higher resolution EVF with faster refresh rates and minimal blackout could significantly enhance the experience for precision shooters, giving real-time clarity that is crucial for framing, tracking, and composing shots in dynamic situations. Another anticipated update is a 3.2-inch 4-axis tilting LCD touchscreen, borrowing design cues from Nikon's newer models. This would provide greater flexibility for low and high-angle shooting, which is particularly valuable for travel, landscape, and creative work. While there is still some speculation about whether the Z7 III will mimic the more robust Z8 or retain the sleeker Z7/Z6 form factor, most experts expect a middle ground, a slightly larger body to accommodate improved cooling and enhanced video capabilities, without sacrificing portability or comfort for extended shoots. Performance is where the Z7 III could make a significant impact, though Nikon is likely to prioritize high-resolution imaging over outright speed. Rumors suggest the camera will feature a new stacked or partially stacked 45.7-megapixel sensor, retaining the Z7 II's resolution while offering faster readout speeds, reduced rolling shutter, and improved autofocus tracking. Some insider reports even suggest Nikon is testing prototypes with sensors reaching 61 or 67 megapixels, sourced from either Sony or TowerJazz, though it is expected the final release will focus on refinement rather than engaging in a pure megapixel race. While the Z6 III has leaned heavily into the video space, the Z7 III appears to remain primarily stills-focused. Nevertheless, modest video upgrades are anticipated. Internal 10-bit recording in H.265 or ProRes RAW formats, along with potential support for 6K or even 8K video at 30 frames per second, could make the Z7 III versatile enough to fit into hybrid workflows without losing its stills-first identity. A standout feature for the Z7 may be the inclusion of a mechanical shutter, a specification notably absent in the Z8 and Z9. This could appeal to photographers who prioritize flash sync speeds and dynamic range under controlled lighting conditions, providing a tangible advantage over purely electronic shutter models. The mechanical shutter would also reinforce the camera's identity as a high-resolution stills tool while differentiating it from Nikon's increasingly electronic-forward lineup. The Z7 III will almost certainly utilize Nikon's X-Speed 7 processor, already seen in the Z6 III and Z8. This processor enables faster data throughput, more responsive autofocus with subject recognition and AI-assisted tracking, and improved power efficiency, while the Z8 can achieve burst shooting speeds of up to 30 frames per second in JPEG mode. The Z7 III is expected to reach a more modest 10 to 15 frames per second, fast enough for studio, portrait, and landscape applications without cannibalizing the performance of its faster siblings. The Nikon Z7 III is about more than raw specifications. It represents a deliberate attempt by Nikon to define a distinct niche in the full-frame mirrorless market. With so many cameras now hovering around the 45 megapixel mark, Nikon needs to differentiate the Z7 III through specialized capabilities rather than sheer numbers. One area of significant improvement is expected to be in body image stabilization IBIS. Following the upgrade from 5 to 8 stops seen in the Z6 III, the Z7 III is likely to carry this over, potentially along with focus point-based VR, which selectively stabilizes the image according to the active focus point. This should provide sharper handheld results for long lenses or slower shutter speeds, a crucial feature for landscape and event photography. Pricing is always a critical consideration, especially in the competitive mirrorless market. Nikon will need to position the Z7 III carefully between the $2,500 Z6 III and the $4,000 Z8. Industry analysts speculate a launch price between $3,000 and $3,300, placing it in direct competition with other high-resolution full-frame cameras such as the Sony A7 RV and Canon EOS R5. While the Z7 III will not dominate in speed or video-first features, it aims to appeal to photographers who prioritize highly detailed stills and refined shooting performance. The Nikon Z7 III is far more than just another upcoming camera. It represents a critical test of Nikon's strategy in the mid to high-end mirrorless market. With the Z8 and Z9 covering the professional end and the Z6 III appealing to hybrid creators, the Z7 III must carve out a unique identity. Its goal is clear: to revive the stills-first ethos in a market increasingly dominated by video capabilities. The Z7 III likely will not attempt to impress with gimmicks or record-breaking frame rates. Instead, it aims to deliver class-leading image quality, refined autofocus, improved stability, and a user-friendly experience, all wrapped in a manageable form factor. While not inexpensive, its expected price feels fair for the capabilities it brings. Yes, the Z7 III has been delayed, and yes, that delay may have caused some to question its necessity. Yet if Nikon executes correctly, this camera will fill a vital gap in its mirrorless roadmap. It will serve as a specialized tool for photographers who care deeply about resolution, detail, and precision, an area often overlooked in a world where many cameras try to do everything at once. In that sense, the Z7 III is more than a product. It's a statement of Nikon's commitment to professional still photography. For photographers who prioritize uncompromising image quality, refined handling, and thoughtful feature sets, the Nikon Z7 III could become a go-to tool. Its combination of high-resolution imaging, advanced stabilization, and intelligent autofocus could make it a dependable companion in landscapes, portraits, studio work, and more. In an era dominated by hybrid cameras that aim to balance stills and video, the Z7 III's focus on precision and usability is refreshing, a reminder that sometimes specialization is the ultimate advantage. So, while the Z7 III might not appeal to every photographer, for those dedicated to high-quality stills and professional-level performance, it promises to be well worth the wait. In a crowded market of multi-purpose cameras, a focused, capable, and reliable full-frame mirrorless option could be exactly what many professionals have been waiting for. Nikon's careful balancing of resolution, features, ergonomics, and price could make the Z7 III a defining model for its segment. The question now is, when it finally arrives, will the Nikon Z7 III live up to the expectations built over its lengthy anticipation? Only time will tell, but based on rumors, analysis, and Nikon's track record, there's reason for cautious optimism. For those who care most about still photography and uncompromising image quality, this camera could very well be the next essential tool in their kit.